All hell continues to break loose in Minnesota and states across the United States as Trump's Gestapo are not only killing people in this country, they have now been busted in massive cover-ups for their murders. They've been busted for a massive cover-up in their murder of Renee Good. Talk about that. They've been busted for their cover-up of murders at detention centers. And we had previously reported how an individual was murdered at a detention center by the name of Geraldo Lunis Campos. The ICE Gestapo claimed it was a natural death. The autopsy showed it was a homicide and that he was choked to death at a detention center in El Paso. Now the Trump regime is trying to deport the two witnesses who observed the murder of Geraldo Lunis Campos, and they're going after the witnesses. The same way we see Trump's DOJ now going after the widow of Renee Good. Trump's DOJ is going after people like Don Lemon, who are videotaping the protests in Minneapolis and St. Paul. Trump's DOJ is going after the Attorney General of Minnesota, the mayor of Minneapolis, Mayor Fry, the governor of Minnesota, Governor Walz. These are the tactics of the Trump Gestapo. I want to break it all down for you. I want to give a hat tip as well to our partners on the ground in Minnesota right now, Status Coup. I'm going to share with you a lot of Status Coup footage. Make sure you subscribe to Status Coup News on their YouTube and their Substack. Subscribe to our Substack as well. Help the MeidasTouch network hit 6 million subscribers. I'm also going to show some footage that's not of Status Coup, but I'll identify what is what. And I want to highlight some other groups that are getting some great footage of on the ground ICE Gestapo attacking individuals, covering up murders. And let's go through what we got here. Just so you can see again, this is what the ICE Gestapo look like and the Border Patrol Gestapo look like as they're patrolling the streets. You see them in their military outfits right here. And let me just be very clear. Any Democrat who votes to fund these people should not be in office right now. ICE and the Border Patrol need to be defunded and abolished. Let's be very clear about that from the outset. There have been at least 6 deaths thus far in the first 20 days of January at these ICE concentration camps or detention centers that we know about. There's probably more than that. And there's been at least 7 deaths. So basically every other day there is a murder taking place by ICE, and they're covering up these murders. The most recent death took place on January 18th. A 36-year-old Victor Manuel Diaz was murdered. As it relates to ICE covering up the murder of Geraldo Lunis Campos, whose death was ruled a homicide, as witnesses said that he was choked to death by guards and then it was covered up. Well, now we're learning that the Trump regime is seeking to deport the 2 men who provided eyewitness accounts of the choking of Geraldo Lunis Campos at the El Paso, Texas detention center, which differed from what the Department of Homeland Security said because the Department of Homeland Security is a bunch of terrorist liars. That's why, because they lie about everything. And they're run by Kristi Noem, who lies about literally, she lies more than she breathes at this point. All right, let's go to some of the footage right here. Again, I'm focusing on the cover-up, people who are filming ICE, people who are taping what's taking place, the people who are out there exposing ICE. Take a look at what happens here in Anaheim, where ICE agents detain a U.S. citizen. They leave him bloody and injured. They kidnap him. He was at a car wash. He was calling ICE out. He was taping what ICE was doing because ICE was harassing people with brown skin at a car wash. And this U.S. citizen's boss is like, he's a U.S. citizen. You're racially profiling him based on his skin. The agents tackle this teenager. They drag him across the pavement. They bloody him up. And it takes place right here at the Valvoline Express Care car wash located at North State College Boulevard in Anaheim, California. I mean, this teenager was working at the car wash and then he got brutalized by ICE. Let's watch this.
Everything past the sidewalk is private property.
Next, I want to show you as ICE physically attacks an immigration lawyer who was standing between her and her clients. They wanted to detain her clients who were asylum seekers, and they were saying, oh, we want to grab your clients. And she was standing in front. She drove to the scene over here and was eventually able to get the ICE off by calling them out. They didn't have a warrant. They were lying. Again, the theme of this is their cover-ups. They lied and claimed they had a warrant when they did not. Hat tip to the immigration attorney here, Alicia Via Bislev. She took this video as well. And she also wrote, if you don't like the F word more than you don't like people getting kidnapped, you may not want to watch my video. This occurred in Portland, Oregon. This is not by Status Coup, but I want to show you this clip. Then I'm going to show you some Status Coup. Here, play this clip.
What you trying to do? They have active applications. They're here legally.
Don't put your phone in my face.
Don't push me.
Don't put your phone in my face.
Why would you push somebody?
Stay arm's length away from me.
I'm right here. I was
Stay an arm's length away from me.
I was.
Next time I'll take you into custody.
I'm right
I don't know
here.
who you played with in the past, but I'll take you in.
I'm an attorney.
I don't
an
care.
Immigration attorney.
I don't care.
And I'm a
if you
US
violate
citizen.
the law, guess what,
I'm
immigration
standing
attorney?
right here.
You'll be standing in court too.
I'm standing right here.
18 U.S.C. 111. You
So
get
you're
my
going to
face
come after
again,
me?
we'll
You're
have
going to shoot
problems.
me? These guys have active asylum applications. There's nothing wrong with them. Why are you trying to pick them up?
You don't know what they have.
So why are you trying to pick them up? You have no idea. It's not legal.
It's none of your business.
It is my business. I'm their attorney. It's exactly my business. Get the fuck out of this apartment. Get out of here. Just leave. These guys are here legally. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You're funny.
You're
What do you
funny.
think you're
What are
gonna
you
make
trying
us
to do?
leave?
I'm arm's length.
Yeah, good. You learned your lesson.
So get out
You're
of here.
a wise attorney.
Get the fuck out. Go. Can't believe you're not afraid to show your face. Get out of here. You must not be from around here. You're touching your pepper spray? You're going to pepper spray me?
So you're saying you're their attorney?
Do you have a warrant?
So under their conditions
No,
of
do you have a
release,
warrant?
You do not need a warrant to knock
Yeah,
on
the
their
fuck
door.
you do. Get out. Get out.
Cops make warrantless arrests on the day.
Yeah, it's illegal. It's against due process. Get out. It is.
If you develop
You
probable
are not
cause,
an
Mrs.
attorney. Get out.
You would know that we
Fourth
could take
Amendment.
the person into
Why
custody.
are you without arm's length? You just came up to me. So back off. Arm's length. Right now.
So on their
Don't you
order,
dare push me again.
On their 220
Get the
Alpha
fuck
or 220
out!
Bravo.
ICE is here! ICE is here! Do not come out! Get the fuck out now!
We go where we want to go, and we stay as long as we want to stay. So
Because
if
you're
you
such
want
tough
us to leave,
guys. You're such
if you want us
tough
to leave,
guys.
Maybe you should just walk your ass inside,
Get out.
and then we probably leave.
Just get out.
We're disrespectful.
You show me a warrant.
You're funny.
Ma'am, I already told
You show
when
me a
you're served
warrant.
The 220 Alpha or
No,
220
no.
Bravo.
Show me a
Their
paper that
conditions of
show me a paper that you can
release,
pick
if
up
you're the
these
attorney.
specific people.
Listen.
There is due process, and you guys are not
Exactly.
following it. So
And
get
there
in
are
your
also
car and get the
conditions
fuck
of
out.
release. There are also conditions of release.
You
that
have
they
no
must
idea
comply
what
with.
these people are here on.
You have no idea.
No, I do because I'm their attorney.
Okay, so what were their
So
conditions
get
of
out.
release? What
I'm not
conditions?
telling you because you don't know.
They were alternatives to
Get
detention,
out.
right? Alternatives
No,
to detention?
get out.
We're gonna go arrest other people.
You have no idea what it is. Get the fuck out of here. And try to grow a pair. Do something good for your living.
I'm talking really politely to you. I know you're trying to get under my skin.
No,
Fine.
I care.
It's
I
fine.
care about people. All right, so get in your car and leave.
Yes.
Where are you coming in from?
That's none of your business.
No?
Nope.
We care about our people.
All right. Status Coup then interviewed people on the ground in Minneapolis and St. Paul. Hat tip to our friends at Status Coup. Here you have a peaceful protester talking about the fear in the city. Play this clip.
There is a fear in the city. People are canceling recovery groups, people that are in addiction that need recovery. People are scared to go out. I'm having friends sending me their locations that are minorities because they're worried that ICE is going to come and take them. Good working, positive people. And we're all in fear. City has been shut down quite a bit. There's been nobody out on the streets until now. And the fear that ICE is causing. I was out in the Whipple building and all the people from different states, it feels like we're being invaded. Minnesota is a good state, and there's a reason why they say it's Minnesota nice. We care about our people. We are not aggressive, but when they come and they're backing us into the corner, what do you expect? We can't trust our federal government. Who can we trust? We can't even trust our police right now.
When you say, what do you expect? What do you feel like is the reaction that's merited here from the Twin Cities? What is left to you for recourse when you do feel backed into a corner?
It feels like right now that the people are being backed in a corner because we are being invaded on our state, and we are being backed. People are isolated. People are not out and about, and we're tired of it. What can we do? The people that we elect, why are they not defending us right now? We feel betrayed here. This is people's life, and right now it's all about partisan politics. And right now you don't play politics when it comes to people's lives.
Joshua, some of those leaders, Mayor Jacob Fry, Governor Tim Walz, Deputy Attorney General Keith Ellison, it's being reported, are going to be served subpoenas by the Trump administration for their resistance against the Trump administration. When you hear that, what's your reaction?
Partisan politics. They're playing politics when it's coming to people's lives. That's what it's doing. Mayor Fry said it very politely, but very few. Get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
When it comes to home security, you want to feel like you picked the system that actually keeps trouble away, not one that just tells you something bad already happened. That's why I like SimpliSafe Home Security. It isn't just another alarm, it's designed to help stop crime before it starts. SimpliSafe uses AI-powered cameras outside your home to spot real threats and instantly alert live agents. And this is what makes it different from the rest. Those agents actually take action while the intruder is still outside. They talk to them through the camera, let them know they're being watched, and that police are on the way. And if needed, they can blast a siren and light them up with a spotlight. SimpliSafe has made my family and I feel truly protected. There's a lot of dangerous people out there, and I'm grateful to have partnered with SimpliSafe, and I know you will be too. Other systems might give you a camera and a notification, but they need you to see the alert and handle it. SimpliSafe's monitoring agents have your back, even when you're busy, asleep, or on a plane. They're protecting over 5 million Americans and have been named Best Home Security Systems by US News and World Report for 5 years in a row. And right now, you can get 50% off any new system this month only. It's a great time to upgrade to security that actually helps stop crime before it starts. Go to simplysafe.com/Meidas. That's simplysafe.com/Meidas. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Next, you have a protester in Minneapolis talking to JT Sitowski. This always does an incredible job, JT. Hat tip, JT, hat tip status quo. And she talks about how the Trump Gestapo are targeting the Minnesota politicians because Trump's not getting his way and he's being a little baby about, oh, you don't want to submit? You're not going to give up? No, the people are rising up against your authoritarian regime. Here, play this clip.
I think Donald Trump is a child. I think that he is I think he's bummed out that people aren't supporting him the way he wants to be. I think he's reacting in a way that's absolutely absurd, to be holding our government officials under some sort of contempt of justice here. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, our governor and Jacob Frey and now Quali Her, they're doing their very best to make sure that their city knows that they'll stand behind them, and that's exactly what they should be doing.
Does it feel like the federal government has relaxed itself in any way?
The only thing that has changed, as far as I've seen reported at the Whipple building, is that they're not bringing their machine guns out anymore. But that doesn't mean that they've stopped any of their chemical irritants. That doesn't mean they're not going to cause another man to become blinded by sending pieces of shrapnel and plastic flying all over the place. It is a war zone, I believe, as reported by the New York Times, the closest thing to a civil war that they've seen. So I don't think we're going in the right direction. The right direction would be getting ICE out of Minneapolis.
More JT Sitowski here interviewing a nurse. Let's play this clip right here.
I work in healthcare. I'm a mandated reporter. And the response to her murder by the federal government, Kristi Noem and the like, is exactly like a domestic abuser, honestly. You know, they use the Darvo tactics. They're using the exact same things. And I'm someone where I really care about my neighbors. I genuinely care about the people who I treat. I'm in healthcare, and for months I've been treating people who have had concussions from these people. I work with people who have breast cancer, and my brown patients are choosing to stop chemo because they do not want to be abducted. They don't want to leave their
afraid to go to cancer treatment because they're worried that
we have eyes, we have brains. Don't piss on our legs and tell us it's raining. We can see this shit every day. We can see it here. And if we don't stop it from here, it's coming somewhere else.
And then JT Satowski interviews the Attorney General of Minnesota. Play this clip.
Well, one thing I will say is that I don't make any conclusion about the guilt or innocence of Jonathan Ross, but it is inexplicable for the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division to say that they will not investigate her death, for 6 assistant U.S. attorneys to quit because they're telling them to investigate the Cook family and they're not investigating Renee Good's death. And then they won't turn the file over, or at least give the state access to the file. It is completely inexplicable, and it looks just like a cover-up to me. And so if you're not going to do an investigation, give us the file, we'll do it. But they're saying no. So to me, I mean, that's just completely unexplainable, and it speaks to cover-up, and we have to denounce it. And the whole world should denounce it. And so we're going to be in court on January 23rd. To stop this Operation Metro Search, and we're going to do the best we can to bring justice forth, and we're going to be trying to follow the example of these completely courageous people who are freezing for the sake of our state and lifting up their voices, and God bless them. And on Martin Luther King Day, they are exhibiting the true spirit of what Martin Luther King is about. And I just want to say thank you to them.
And then Status Quo was on the scene as a Native American high schooler talked about the ICE invasion. Play this clip.
As an Indigenous student, I find it hard and difficult to go to school and live my daily life every day without fearing if I would be taken away from my family and won't be able to see them for the next couple of months or weeks. Public schools are supposed to be one of my safe places where I have community and friends and family there to protect and love me as their own. But now it's one of the places where I'm most afraid of. All because of the color of my skin, or if I have the most slightest of an accent, is where I could be taken. As a person of color in this society, an ability to spread awareness of what's happening about these events. Everyone, not a specific group. As a whole, we have to come together as community and bring our presence every day. We have to protect one another. We have to love one another.
More about the cover-up by the ICE Gestapo. We've learned more details about ICE allowing Renee Nicole Good to bleed to death. Apparently, she had a pulse for about 8 minutes, and there was a medical doctor on scene saying, "I'm a doctor, let me save her life." And the ICE Gestapo were like, "No, we're letting her bleed out." They murdered. I mean, it was Jonathan Ross, but it was also the other ICE agents who let her bleed out. And so there was a press conference held by a bunch of Minnesota physicians yesterday, and they were saying that these ICE Gestapo, these ICE terrorists, are preventing the doctors from administering medical care. I want you to watch this Minnesota physician talk about how the doctors, their ability to render medical aid is being interfered with. Play this clip.
This morning, I learned for the first time through an NPR story that Renee Good still had a pulse 8 minutes after she was shot by an ICE agent. And yet, the offer to administer aid from a physician on the scene following his Hippocratic oath was denied. I can't say how much that stirs the blood of everyone behind me here as we try to fulfill our obligation, our oath, and our duty to care for the people of Minnesota. And I believe it stirs the blood of every patriotic Minnesota who knows how we treat each other in this state. So that is what we are here to speak to today as healthcare professionals.
And now I want to share this video with you. Shows you when the Minnesota doctor was on scene to try to save Renee Nicole Good. Play this clip.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician.
Hey, listen.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician.
Hey, listen, we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they?
Medics.
Where are they?
The fucking pulse.
How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor. You caught butter in the face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the man?
And you heard what the doctor said. I'm a doctor. I want to save her. What are you doing? She's going to bleed out. Let me help her. But the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo are terrorists. They don't care. They are killers. You're seeing what they do. These are bad, evil people behaving horrifically. That's why I call them the Gestapo, because they are. That's why I compare them to the SS, because it's a valid comparison. And I don't want to be gaslit. ICE and Border Patrol need to be abolished. They're not doing immigration enforcement. The Border Patrol's not on the border, okay? They're not. I think we all agree that there can be strong borders and you can go after criminals. Fine, so stipulated. That's not what ICE and Border Patrol are doing. They are attacking communities, terrorizing people, and they're trying to create problems and then use that to justify gassing people, killing people, pepper spraying people, flashbanging people, and status quo's on the ground, taping a lot of the stuff so that you can see what's going on. We can document this period of time. And they're interfering with doctors, hospitals, education. It's horrific what's taking place. This is not what government's supposed to be about. Anyway, hit subscribe. Help us get to 6 million. Thank you so much for watching. Great work, Status Quo. Hit subscribe here.
New Meidas merch. Head to store.meidastouch.com today and get yourself the best pro-democracy gear and show your support. That's store.meidastouch.com.